Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go through behind the scenes moments and bloopers from HBO's House of the Dragon. Before we get into it though, don't forget to like and subscribe for more hilarious moments. Each episode of HBO's House of the Dragon is breathtaking to watch because of the beautiful locations and different hand-built sets. These behind the scenes moments just show how much time, talent, and hard work was put into filming this Game of Thrones prequel.
You walk around these sets that look like ancient monuments and buildings with massive statues, or you can be on these amazing locations.
You read the script at home and you imagine the scene, and then when you come in, it's always twice the size you imagined it.
Paddy Considine, who plays King Viserys on House of the Dragon, had one of the funniest bloopers during season 1 of the show. While going down the steps, he slipped and almost fell, but he played it off with a funny dance. One of the best scenes from House of the Dragon is when the producers explained how they came up with the show's version of the Iron Throne. The Iron Throne from Game of Thrones was smaller, but the one in House of the Dragon is so big that it has a carpet of swords.
The throne is the big one for us on this, it was very iconic in the Game of Thrones season. You wanted to make sure you're doing it justice, but also improving it.
This was all about the power of the Targaryen dynasty. And so every element in that throne represented a fallen warrior.
House of the Dragon actors Millie Alcock and Emily Carey had a difficult time shooting some scenes on the show. From this behind-the-scenes clip, it's clear that their characters were finding it very difficult to balance while riding in their carriages. The crew of House of the Dragon managed to come up with some of the most breathtaking scenes in TV history using a virtual studio. The behind-the-scenes details show just how they shot cool scenes like how Rhaenyra went to Dragon's Bridge to retrieve a dragon's egg from her uncle.
Bridge. Yeah, you've got the castle behind the characters, but then above them, still in the frame, you've got this smeared castle across the ceiling tiles. You're transported to where this scene is taking place, and you're sort of brought into the illusion.
Since filming of House of the Dragon took place under strict COVID-19 restrictions, it wasn't easy getting enough extras to fill up the stadium scene during episode 1 of the show. So BTS clips show how the crew used clips of the extras to grow the crowd at the tournament from a few hundred to thousands.
Suddenly we have this huge stadium that we have to fill out. With all the COVID restrictions, extras only amounted to 150, and we had to look like we had 1,000.
Crowd into a shot that doesn't have enough crowd in it. You can either go full CG, or you can use sprites.
House of the Dragon actors Millie Alcock, who plays Rhaenyra, and Emily Carey, who plays Alicent, had a blast while filming the HBO show together, and their behind-the-scenes moments when the cameras aren't rolling are full of laughs between the two actresses. The best action sequence of House of the Dragon so far was during Damon's battle with the Stepstones in episode 3. The crew explained it took them a couple of days to film the scene with actor Matt Smith, which included a lot of running across the sand with the cameras in his face.
We had some interesting camera moves that needed to be achieved. We did quite a lot with Rowley's wire cam. Sometimes we use a rig called the Maxima. 2 grips run through the sand, and I just sit in a nice comfy chair and control the tilt.
The opening scene of House of the Dragon, where we get to see old Valyria, was nothing short of breathtaking, and these behind-the-scenes clips show just how much went into filming it, including what was real and what was added after filming.
House Targaryen stood at the height of its strength. King Jaehaerys reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity. But tragedy had claimed both his sons. So, the old king called a great council to choose an heir.
Declared by all the lords paramount of the 7 kingdoms, that Prince Viserys Targaryen,
Rhaenys, would not inherit the Iron Throne. Jaehaerys called the Great Council to prevent a war being fought over his succession. For he knew the cold truth. The only thing that could tear down the house of the dragon was itself.
Millie Alcock's time on HBO's House of the Dragon was filled with a lot of epic moments, but she said behind the scenes that her first meeting with Paddy Considine, who plays her father, King Viserys, while filming episode 1 was her favourite moment.
So my first day was with Paddy Considine, which was daunting because it's Paddy Considine. There was a massive dragon skull, literally like 50 meters long. It was quite a big scene at the end of Ep 1.
When you look at the dragons, what do you see?
A dragon! I was so scared, and I just remember going for a take and being like, first take on Game of Thrones.
HBO's House of the Dragon gave fans a behind-the-scenes look as to how they built the ships that Rhaenyra and her father, King Viserys, used during episode 4. The behind-the-scenes clip shows just how the crew built parts of the boat from scratch.
Flagship was a lot of fun. I think Claire had a lot of fun shooting that. It's the weirdest thing to be involved in design.
So this was a chance to sort of come up with a different ship design. It needed to look quite grand and royal, but it's not like a massive ship. It's just something they use for touring.
Ready, and action.
Building the House of the Dragon set where most of the show is filmed wasn't an easy task to accomplish. These behind-the-scenes moments from the Game of Thrones prequel show just how they managed to build the huge stadium where the tournament took place from episode 1 of House of the Dragon.
Probably one of the biggest challenges was where do we shoot the tournament and how big do we make it?
We had to make a level platform to build the set on, because obviously it's on quite an incline. So we had to prepare a whole farmer's field out there.
Suddenly we have this huge stadium that we have to fill out.
One of the best moments from House of the Dragon is during Season 1's battle scene between Daemon and the Crab Feeder, who had taken over the Stepstones. These behind-the-scenes moments show just how much work went into bringing Daemon's heroic moment to life.
Not dissimilar to Battle of the Bastards, it's really a character's journey. You're really with Matt's character all the way through.
This is Daemon's coming out party as a warrior and a character. That's all designed in little moments that happen throughout the course of the show.
Speaking of that same battle with the Stepstones during episode 3, where Daemon was shot with 2 arrows to the chest, the House of the Dragon behind-the-scenes clips reveal how the filming crew effortlessly pull off the shot.
We needed to show Daemon fail before he succeeds.
You don't want the Bruce Willis action hero thing going on. It's got to be about him going and losing.
Many Game of Thrones fans tune in to HBO's House of the Dragon just to see the Targaryens ride their dragons. A behind-the-scenes moment shows how the film crew used special effects to film their actors on top of the fantastic beasts, and it isn't what you think.
Still has that scale and scope, but it's really just the story of one family slowly tearing itself apart.
While filming the House of the Dragon, a lot of background was revealed to be CGI from these behind-the-scenes shots. Apart from building a real ship, the crew also had to place it inside a 360 blue screen so it would look like it's on the water, and the special effects they used to ride the boat also got revealed.
We worked out that we wanted to give a slight movement with the camera. We found and wind, and we had this incredible special effects of this water just being thrown over the side. So, it's just a feat of coordination more than anything.
The House of the Dragon is filled with some brutal fighting scenes from the very first episode, and the behind-the-scenes moments proves the stuntmen and actors went all in to give the fans the most realistic performances they could in order to immerse them in the world.
We're not trying to rehash the past, we're trying to find something fresh and exciting.
There's a wish fulfillment for an audience of things they want to see. We're not here to not give it to them. We're here to give them the thing that they want, just not in the way that they're expecting.
That scene brings us to the end of today's clips from the House of the Dragon. So, which one was your favorite BTS moment from the show? Share it with us down below, and don't forget to like and share for more House of the Dragon videos. We'll see you in the next one.